excited. I know a lot of us, including me, never been to Europe, so it's really exciting just to travel the world. Basketball takes you a lot of places, and we're all very grateful, and we're looking forward to competing against some of the teams and then traveling around the country.
What does it mean to have a guy like Russell who's lived there for a few years?
I actually just found that out the other day.
Did you
That's
really?
crazy. So he called it his second home, kind of. So it's kind of cool for him that he gets to go back home. And I know some of us will be confused about some of the things down there. So maybe we ask him, and we'll have some fun for sure.
He was talking about how important this could be in the culture building of the team. Mm-hmm. How has this transition gone so far with so many new faces?
I think it's been good. This year is different. We have a lot of young guys, and they've all been really, really good. For me, it's my third year here, second year under Coach White. So for me, I think just trying to bring everybody together as much as I can, leading by example. I think it's been really, really important. I think everybody has come together really nicely. And I think Italy, like you said, is going to really help us.
What have you learned about Russell's game being in the gym with him?
Really, really strong. Probably the strongest person I ever played with. I'm not going to lie. Really strong. Really, really physical. I think he's going to give us a huge boost this year as far as toughness and physicality. So I'm really looking forward to playing with him.
Jabri, it's another year with a lot of new players. Just what are your early impressions of this team and the different guys that are coming?
Like I said, we have a lot of young guys this year. That's the difference. I think 4 or 5 freshmen, and they're all really, really good. They all bring something different. Even the guys that transferred in, everybody is really, really good. And I think the biggest thing is it seems everybody really loves basketball, and I think that's really important. And I think that's going to really help us once we get real deep into the year.
In your third year, second with Coach White, would you feel like your role is going to be something you want to do a little bit more of personally?
Something I want to do more of is lead. I'm one of the few guys who've had on this roster who's had experience playing for Coach White and the staff. So I think I know what they expect. I know what the expectations are. I know the kind of standard that they hold their players to and they hold themselves to as coaches. So I think just coming in and being an example of that standard is something that I'm gonna try to do a good job at.
Were you looking forward to the flight?
No.
No? Come on.
10 hours, no sir.
How you plan on passing the time?
Watch a movie or two.
2?
3, 4. I can't sleep on planes, so definitely movies, shows, all that.
What's the longest flight you've been on?
6 hours from Georgia to California. That's about it. So yeah, this is gonna be tough for me.
I know you've seen other teams make fairly dramatic transformations with the transfer portal in addition to traditional recruiting. How exciting is it for you as a returning player to see what George has done in the offseason in that regard?
Really excited, especially when we all got here and we got to practice and compete a little bit. Just all the young guys, all the transfers. It's really exciting to see all the pieces that the coaches bringing together, and I love all my teammates. I think we're going to be really good, and I think everybody is going to have an impact this year. I think we have a lot of good players. Like I said, a lot of people who really love basketball, so I'm looking forward to that.
How much did you watch March Madness and seeing what the team can come together and do?
Yeah.
What does that make you think for this team possibly?
Yeah, I watched I try and watch all the games. One of the best sporting events of the year. Just seeing how fun it looked. It looks really, really fun to be competing on that stage. And I think that's something that me and a couple of the guys have talked about. We have a couple people who've been on that stage, and they know what it takes to get there. I think just having those conversations early are really important. And I think it's something that we set our minds to, and it's something that we're gonna try our best to make happen.
One of those guys is RJ Melendez. Just what have you seen from him in the early part of the summer?
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. He's been to the tournament twice. Really good player. Does a little bit of everything. Good defender, good shooter. Can really pass. I'm excited to play with him.
Jabri, after last season, was there any consideration in leaving, or was it full go? You want to come back?
No, I wanted to come back.
I mean, you've talked about that you're excited to take on that leadership role. How important is it to kind of inject that Georgia culture, especially to a lot of the younger and newer transfers?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I'm the longest tenured player on the team. So just I've been here the most. A lot of the young guys have been asking me questions, and I enjoy it. I'm just trying to tell them, like I said, what the coaches expect. Even some of the freshmen having not played in the SEC, or some of the transfers not playing in the SEC. It's a high level, and just trying to set that example, trying to be that standard every single day, lead by example, lead with my words. I think it's a big step that I'm ready to take.
Have any teammates approached you about what it is like playing in the SEC, and what were those conversations like?
Yeah, we talk about that. We talk about that a lot in the locker room, just specific games, specific environments. There's a lot of a lot of really crazy environments in the SEC, a lot of really physical teams. So I kind of just told them, you know, expect this, expect that. It's a lot different from high school, a lot different from other conferences. So, you know, it's a lot different, and I try and tell them little things here and there.
And then what is kind of the relationship continuing to work with Mike White for a second year? I mean, how is that built for you two guys?
I think it's been really good for me personally. Just you know, being able to be under him a second year. Had some experience playing with him last year, obviously, and like I said, I know, you know, kind of what they expect. I know what the standard is a little bit, so it's been a little easier for me. And like I said, I'm just trying to use that experience to my advantage with some of the younger guys and things like that.
When you look at the program, not only, you know, Mike White coming back, but all of his assistants, just how big is that, having continuity going into his second year?
I think it's really big. I think it's really big. Just getting that year under our belt, getting that experience under our belt, especially with all the young guys coming in. You know, we've all, a couple of us have done it together. So as a group, you know, we're kind of setting the example, kind of showing the young guys what the standard is. And I think we've done a good job so far. And I hope, you know, for a freshman or even a transfer, it's not easy coming into a new conference. So I hope to make the transition as easy as possible.
When you look at